Hi, Sarah Leather here from flourishwithsarah.com and sarahleather.ie, and I'm here to talk to you about reinvention, which is something that just totally lights me up and gets me so excited. It's kind of all I want to talk about. And reinvention is something that we're all doing all of the time. I really believe reinvention is the key to transforming our lives so that we have the healthy, wealthy and happy lives that we crave and that we desire. And I believe reinvention is a process from the outside in and the inside out. The outside piece is very easy to imagine. It's all about, it could be around losing weight, getting fit, getting all those physical kind of structures in place in your life. And for the inside out though means that, deep in your core, you're getting connected to who you really want to be, what your real purpose is, and what you're here to do at this particular point in your life. I don't believe quite so much as your life purpose, but more your season of purpose. Because what you need to be doing right now can be very different to what your purpose was 10 or 20 or 30 years ago. So right now, think about what is your purpose? What is your purpose right now here on the earth? And that's the internal piece, to be jigged, to be changed, to be reinvented. So some things in our life happen by chance. Maybe an accident, maybe somebody else's behaviour affecting what happens in our lives, maybe an illness, maybe an accident, somebody dying, whatever. Those kind of things are chance. They're life, they're going to happen. Some things happen by choice. But I also think that reinvention is not so much a choice, but a really core necessity for us to move on. Because if we're not continually transforming and growing and reinventing ourselves, then we're kind of dying. There's nothing happening. And that's not what life is about. Life is about growth and development and moving on. So, are you ready to reinvent? So today I'm going to tell you about my most important tip when it comes to reinvention, and that is setting a really deep-seated intention for what you desire. And that can be harder than we think. Getting in touch with what we really desire and what we really want in life can be hard. So it takes a little bit of work. So I think it's a great idea to do some journaling around it and just sit down and write out the top of the page, in my ideal life I desire or I want, and just start writing and see what comes. If it's something like I desire to have money, maybe I desire to have 10,000, 100,000, whatever, then just ask yourself, what do you want that for? And then ask, who is that for? Who is that money for, or who is that house for, or the car for, or who is you writing a book, who is that for? So who is it for, what you desire? And if it's not 100% for you, well then it's back to work. It's back to your journaling. What do I want? What do I want? And then ask yourself, who's that for? It's got to be for you. It's got to be for you. Really, really important. So, there's a lot of things underneath that intention setting as well. And a really important part of it is letting go of anything from the past, because that's like carrying around a backpack full of bricks. And if you've got a child, you wouldn't want a child to be carrying that around with them all the time. It really weighs you down. It causes a lot of health problems and makes you feel really heavy and lethargic. So it's time to let go of anything that you're dragging around with you and is going to stop you from moving on and reinventing yourself in the way you'd like to. So to do that, you need to do a little bit of a detox in your head and write out everything, all of the angst that you're holding on to. Anyone that maybe borrowed some money from you and never gave it back, anyone that said something mean to you, maybe you borrowed money from somebody and never gave it back, or maybe you said something mean to somebody and you're hanging on to that. Whatever it is, do a big purge. When I do this with my clients, very often they have 2 or 3 pages, sometimes 5 pages. I've done it myself. There's been a lot there. There's been a lot of stuff there. And when you have it all out, you know, it all still comes up. You can wake up one day, months later, and just think, oh, I just remembered something. And you go through the same process. You write it out, you get it out, then you look at it, read it out loud, and say, I forgive you and I release you. So I do rip it up, burn it, flush it down the toilet, whatever, get rid of it. Get rid of it, throw it in the fire, but let it go. It's time to stop carrying around that big, heavy backpack. And it's like being stuck in mud. It's like you've got your legs stuck in mud and you're not going to move forward anymore. And that's what happens when you hang on to all of this stuff and you don't reinvent yourself as you desire. Okay, I'll get back again soon with my next reinvention tip. For now, get stuck into your intentions there and do your forgiveness work and get ready to move on, because there's a really, really exciting path ahead of you. Okay, bye for now. Sarah Leather, sarahleather.ie. Come visit me on the website, sign up for my free reinvention tips, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye now.